So in the previous class, we people have seen, we have started the biotechnology and its application chapter, and in that chapter we have seen the first concept, that is biotechnology, biotechnological application in the field of agriculture. Also we have started the biotechnological application in the field of medicine. Okay, and there we have seen the insulin synthesis process for the first time, and next is we have seen the structure of human insulin also. Okay, so totally the structure of human insulin is made up of 84 amino acids, and this human insulin, nowadays it is called as humulin. Okay, and firstly it has been discovered by the American company called as Eli and Lilly. Eli Lilly company it is. Okay, and here we are going to see the presence of three chains, that is alpha chain, beta chain and the C chain, and each chain is made up of 21 amino acid, 30 amino acid and 33 amino acid, and the pure form of insulin is consisting of two chains, that is alpha chain and the beta chain, which is consisting of the disulfide linkage bond. And also we have seen the process, that how the insulin synthesis has that means insulin production, how it is going to occur, that process we have seen in the previous class. Okay, and now in the today's class I have to start the gene therapy concept. Okay, means we have to see the gene therapy concept. First of all, before going to the concept in detail, you have to understand what is the meaning of the gene therapy. You people know what is a gene. It is a basic unit of heredity. Therapy means treatment. Okay. Suppose in case if any gene is not working properly, suppose in case if any gene is not working properly, or we will say that if it is not doing its function, then that gene can be treated. Okay, not permanently but temporarily that gene can be treated. That is called as what? Gene therapy. Okay, therapy means treatment. So here definition says that it can be defined as definition says that it can be defined as the process where there is a removal of where there is a removal of faulty gene and there is an insertion of healthy gene to cure the congenital diseases. To cure the congenital diseases. What happens in the gene therapy? That is, the gene which is not working, that is called as what? Faulty gene. What is the meaning of the faulty gene? The gene which is not functioning. Working means what? Functioning. The gene which is not functioning is called as what? Faulty gene. Okay. And here we are going to see that to remove that, okay, the faulty gene is removed and the healthy gene is inserted. Understood? To for what we are inserting? To cure the congenital diseases. Okay, to cure the diseases. The gene is removed and healthy gene is inserted there. That is called as what? Gene therapy. And here students, we are going to see that nearly there is 4,000 genetical disorders are there. 4,000 genetical disorders are there. Okay, so nearly there is a presence of 4,000 genetical disorders, which some can be treated, some cannot be treated. But if we are treating also, it is temporary, not permanently. Okay, and regular medication should be there. regular checkup should be there. Okay, so all this procedure will be there for treating the genes. Okay, so that is called as a gene therapy, and for the first time, this gene therapy technique, for the first time, it was applied in a 4-year girl old child. Okay, 4-year girl child, on the 4-year girl child, and this she is suffering from the SCID disease. What is this SCID? SCID is a genetical disorder. SCID is a genetical disorder. Is a genetical disorder which occurs by the deficiency of ADAG. Okay, which occurs by the deficiency of ADAG. So here ADA gene we will say. Okay, now in your mind the question may be continuously arising that what is SCID, what is ADA. So I have told you, first of all you have to understand what is this SCID. SCID is a genetical disorder which is called as combined immunodeficiency. Severe combined immunodeficiency, which is called as genetical disorder, and it is occurring by the gene called as ADAG, which is called as adenosine deaminase, gene. Okay. So this they have removed faulty ADA gene and they have inserted the healthy ADA gene, that is adenosine deaminase gene, and then the functioning of the adenosine deaminase gene started over there, and it has been successful also. Okay, in the 4-year girl old child. Okay, so this is about the introduction. What we have seen. Introduction. So what is a gene here? Gene is the basic unit of the heredity. What is therapy? That is treatment of the genetical disorder. And gene therapy can be defined as the process where there is a removal of the faulty gene. What is the meaning of faulty gene here, students? Faulty gene means the gene which is not working or not functioning properly. If the gene is not functioning properly, then that is called as a faulty gene, and there is an insertion of the healthy gene to cure the congenital diseases. So normally how many types of genetical disorders are there? 4,000 genetical disorders are there, like Alzheimer's disease will come, Parkinson's disease will come, okay, SCID will come, that is I just now have told you what is the CID, severe combined immunodeficiency. So this SCID they will ask for 1 mark, expand SCID, that is severe combined immunodeficiency, you have to write that one, you have to elaborate that one. And what is ADA? ADA is nothing but adenosine deaminase, that is also asked for 1 mark. What is ADA? Adenosine deaminase gene it is. It is the gene. Got? So this is a brief introduction of the gene therapy. Now we have to see that how many approaches are there to cure the. That means sometimes what happens, direct insertion of the gene is done. Sometimes the gene has been cultured in the laboratory and then it is transferred to the human body, or necessary, okay, wherever the gene is required, there it is transferred. Okay, so that is we will see in the in vivo approach of the gene therapy. Not in vivo, it is approaches of gene therapy. Heading is approaches of therapy. Now here two types of approaches are there. One is called as in vivo approach and the other one is called as ex vivo approach. One is called as in vivo approach and the other one is called as ex vivo approach. So what is this in vivo approach? In vivo approach means in vivo approach. What is this in vivo approach? That is direct insertion of the gene into the body, direct insertion of the gene into the body to remove the faulty gene. That is called as what? In vivo approach. So what is in vivo approach? That is direct insertion of the gene into the body to remove the faulty gene, and proper experts are required for this. Okay, proper experts are required for this. So gene knowledge should be there and insertion knowledge should be there. So all this concept should be there. Okay, so that is the direct insertion of the gene. So in vivo approach is nothing but direct insertion of the gene where the faulty gene is there. They remove that faulty gene and they directly insert the healthy gene. Okay, so this is about the two types of approaches. One more approaches we have to see ex vivo approach. What we have to see? Ex vivo approach. Okay, so till now we have seen in vivo approach, direct insertion of the gene into the body. Next is we have to see ex vivo. Ex vivo approach. In this ex vivo approach, what they will do? First, the gene is cultured in the laboratory. First, the gene is cultured in the laboratory and then using the sources like microinjection, chemicals, and also using some viruses, the genes are inserted to the faulty regions. Okay, this is about the ex vivo approach. So what they will do in the ex vivo approach, that is, first of all, the gene is taken. Okay, then it is cultured in the laboratory by using, and after culturing in the laboratory by using the sources like microinjection, chemicals. Like microinjection means what? Very small injection will be there. That means it will go directly to that place wherever we are going to deal with. Okay, in whichever area we are going to deal with, direct insertion can be done there by using the microinjection. Then chemicals will be there. Chemicals like malic hydrazide will be there, dextran will be there, okay, lipid will be there. So using all these chemicals, what happens? So the pores will be created in that particular region. After creating a pores, the insertion of the gene can be done. Okay, that is the ex vivo approach. And also by using the retrovirus, if it is in case of animals, retroviruses is utilized. If it is in case of plant bodies, agrobacterium tumefaciens is utilized for the transfer of the gene. Okay. For the transfer of the gene. That means wherever the faulty region is there the faulty in that region, that gene from that region, that gene has been removed and new gene is inserted there. Hope so you have understood till here. What is gene therapy? It is nothing but can be defined as the process where there is a removal of the faulty gene and there is an insertion of the healthy gene to cure the congenital diseases. Normally, how many genetical orders are there? 4,000 genetical disorders are the students, I'm sorry, 4,000 genetical disorders are there, like so many examples, especially the disorders dealing with the nervous system are more, okay, so that can be treated, but some diseases cannot be treated, okay, it is genetically transferred from the we can say hereditary disease it is. Okay, we can't treat for some, but some treatment, for some genetical disorders are there which can be treated but not permanently. It is temporarily. Got my point? Okay. So for the first time, it was a treatment for the 4-year girl child that it is not producing the adenosine gene. That means it is not working, the adenosine deaminase gene is not working properly. What happens when there is no working of adenosine deaminase gene? What happens? That is, here we are not going to see that the T lymphocyte cells will be not working properly. Lymphocytic cells. And lymphocyte cells are useful for the immune power. Okay, lymphocyte cells are very useful for the production of the immune power in the human body. So these lymphocyte cells will be stopped when there is a deficiency in the ADA gene. Okay, so this ADA gene is creating a disease called as severe combined immunodeficiency. Okay, so immune power is reduced by this. Getting my point? Immune power is reduced by this. So that is called as gene therapy introduction till now. So two types of approaches we are going to see. One is called as what in vivo approach and the other one is called as what ex vivo approach. So in vivo approach means what? Direct insertion of the gene. Direct insertion of the gene in a particular region where there is a requirement of the target gene. Then and for this in vivo approach, experts are required. Ex vivo approach means here the gene is cultured in the laboratory condition first, and the gene can be transferred by using the sources like microinjection is there, chemical is there, and some biological organisms are there. Especially if it is in case of animals, it is called as retroviruses. If it is in case of plants, it is called as what? Agrobacterium tumefaciens. So Agrobacterium tumefaciens is consisting of which plasmid? Ti plasmid or tumor-inducing plasmid, and it is consisting of tDNA also, there is transfer DNA also. Okay, so this is the introduction and approaches of the gene therapy we will have seen. Next is we are going to see the two types of gene therapy, that is methods of gene therapy. Okay, what we are going to see. Before going to the method, we have to see the types of gene therapy. So, right next heading, types of gene therapy. So, approaches you have seen. Now, we are going to see the types of gene therapy. So, two types of gene therapy are there. Right now, two types of gene therapy are there. One is called as somatic gene therapy, and the other one is called as germline gene therapy. One is called as somatic gene therapy and the other one is called as germline gene therapy. Now, somatic cells are also called as body cells. Somatic cells are also called as body cells, and in this somatic cells normally we are going to see the presence of the mitotic cell division. What we are going to to see mitotic cell division. Now, somatic gene therapy means concern to the body cells, whichever it may be. Concern to the body cells, suppose in case if any gene is not working, then that can be treated by using, see, since it is a body cell, that can be treated. Got? Okay. Are you getting my point? Okay, that is the somatic gene therapy or somatic cell. Okay, and germline gene therapy. So here in this germline gene therapy, we are going to see that there is no treatment. Suppose in the fetus only the disease has been occurred, then doctors usually when they do the scanning and all, they just see the fetus, condition of the fetus, and they suggest that whether the baby is healthy or not. Okay, first of all, you have to understand what is the meaning of germ cells. Directly we went to baby there. First, you have to understand what is the meaning of germ cells. Already hoping that you know what are germ cells, I am continuing there. Okay, if you have forgotten, just try to do the revision. Germ cells are nothing but reproductive cells. Do you know this one? In the cell cycle cell division you have seen. Germ cells are nothing but reproductive cells, and these reproductive cells, they are helping for the reproduction. They are helping for the formation of the sperm and the ova. Okay, so reproduction is occurring. Then you are going to see the formation of the gestation period, like 9 months period, and all you have seen in the human reproduction. There in the human fetus, suppose in case if any of the genetical disorder, especially concerned to the nervous system and all, if it has been started, then of course doctors are going to give the treatment, but they are not taking the risk or the chance, and they usually they suggest the couples to abort the baby, suppose if it is having any of the disorder. Otherwise they can do the treatment, but lot of faith should be there on the doctor, and the doctor also, doctor himself or herself is not going to take a risk or the chance factor for that particular baby if it is having, if it is suffering from the genetical disorder. Understood? So that is why usually the doctors used to say, suggest the couple to go for the abortion. Okay, suppose if the baby or the child is suffering from the what to say, genetical disorder. But of course, treatment can be done. Treatment can be done, but it is not sure that that baby, after coming on the earth, that baby is quite normal. Okay, that is why the doctors used to suggest for the abortion. Okay, but apart from that, if you see regarding the animals, it is very much successful. Suppose in case when the cow is getting a calf in its womb, then if any insertion of the gene, new gene is there in that calf or the uterus of the cow, then that gene is going to mix with along with the DNA of the calf, and after the gestation, the lactation period will be the parturition. After the gestation, parturition, these technical terms you have to know. Already these terms you have heard in the chapter called as human reproduction. Getting my point? Okay. So already gestation past parturition period, it will be occurring there. So during the lactation period, what we are going to see is that whatever gene we have inserted, that gene starts working during the lactation period. Suppose cow is going to give 500 to 600 liters of milk per year, then it will increase its milk capacity. Like if it is producing 1000 to 2000 liters per year, milk production will be there from each single cow. Sometimes if it is in a hybrid cows, we will see nearly 5000 liters of milk. Maximum is 7000 liters of milk produced within 1 year. Okay, Holstein, Preston, not Holstein, Preston, Jersey is there. Okay, some of the animals are there which are going to produce milk per year, but they are producing, instead of producing 1000 to 2000 liters of milk per year, they start producing 4000 to 5000 milk per year. Understood? So that's how the germline gene therapy is very much successful in case of animals, but it is not successful in case of human beings. Why? Because at the time of the baby development, suppose if there is a genetical disorder to that baby, of course the doctors are going to treat that patient, but here there is a chance factor or the risk factor. Even the doctors also are not going to take the risk of getting the healthy baby on the earth. Understood? So that is why usually the doctors suggest for the couple to go for the abortion instead of carrying their baby. Understood? So that is about the germline gene therapy. So today what all we have seen the introduction of the gene therapy, we have seen the definition of the gene therapy, we have seen the introduction, approaches of gene therapy. In vivo and the ex vivo approaches are there. Also we people have seen the types of gene therapy. One is called as somatic gene therapy and the other one is called as germline gene therapy. Understood? So what next concept what we have to see is, we have to see the methods of gene therapy in the next concept. Here we are going to see some of the examples of the somatic gene therapy. I have told you that somatic gene therapy means the treatment to the body cells. So these are the monogenetic defects like SCID, it is cystic fibrosis and hemophilia, etc. The single gene defect, what do we say? That is called as monogenetic defect. And even the major diseases like cardiovascular disease, Parkinson's disease, Alzheimer's disease. So all these diseases are the examples of the somatic gene therapy. Okay, all these are the name of the diseases. Maybe little big name is that Parkinson's disease, Alzheimer's disease. So all these names you have heard even in the which topic, that is Mendelian genetics, principle of inheritance and variation topic. Okay, so these genetical disorders name you have heard in that topic. And here also somatic gene therapy means single gene therapy, single gene can be treated, that they have called, that's why it as a somatic gene therapy. And germline gene therapy is also called as embryotherapy or embryonic therapy. It is also called as embryotherapy or it is also called as embryonic therapy. Concerned to the embryo, since it is there. Okay, concerned to the embryo it is there, that's why we will call it as a embryonic therapy. And somatic means concerned to the body cells. Okay, now don't ask the question that what are body cells means, what are germ cells means. No, these are the basic concept what you have to remember. Is it not? Body cells always undergo mitotic cell division. Germ cells, they undergo meiotic cell division. This you have studied in oogenesis and spermatogenesis, especially in the human reproduction. Okay. Okay. Please don't ask silly questions. Huh? Okay. Okay. So what you have seen? That is definition of gene therapy you have seen. Then introduction you have seen. Approaches you have seen. Types you have seen. Okay. Now in this, how many 2 marks question will come? Approaches of gene therapy will be 2 marks question and types of gene therapy will be 2 marks question. And that the complete introduction, that is according to the 4-year girl or child. See, ADA gene is not working properly, I have told. What is that not working? That is, they won't produce the T lymphocyte cells. Suppose ADA gene is not there, then the immune power will become less because of the non-production of the T lymphocyte cells. If T lymphocyte cells are produced, lymphocyte cells are specially made for both production of the immune power in the body. Okay, suppose the white blood cells will be not there, immunity will be very less. But so that is why the ADA gene, since it is not producing T lymphocyte cells, that can be removed and insert healthy ADA gene is inserted, and then production of the lymphocyte cells will be carried out. Understood? So this was the whole concept in this class. Okay, this was the whole concept. So in the next class, we are going to see the methods of gene therapy. 2 methods are there. Okay, along with the diagram. What are those? That we will see in the next class. So in the today's class, expand SCID 1 mark question, expand ADA gene 1 mark question, then name the 2 types of approaches of gene therapy, that is 2 marks question, and explain the 2 types of gene therapy, that is for 2 marks or the 3 marks question. Okay students? Well. Yes, please note down all these points.